Today I'm going to be working on book 14 in the Roxie Phillips Mini Books Make It in Minutes book. And this book features cutouts on the cover where you can put a photo. I've already finished one book that I'm going to show you. And for this book I used the My Mind's Eye Lost and Found Home Sweet Home collection. I used 3 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock to make this. And for the outside I used the love paper, and then the inside I used a sheet of collage paper. And when I cut this paper down, you got the beautiful glittered emblem on the paper, so I decided to use that for the cover. And then instead of cutting squares to put a photo in, I cut out a heart and put in some sequins. So for this book, the size is 6 by 6 when it's done, and I've got photos in it already, and I cut my photos down to 4 by 4 squares, and then I cut a sheet of black paper to 4 1/4 square just to frame the photos. So you can see here it's just a nice, easy book to put together and show off some photos. And for this little cutout, I took some packaging plastic and I glued that down on the paper to hold the little sequins in. So save all of your packaging pieces because you never know when you might need them. So to get started on today's book, to create the cover you cut a 6 by 12 inch piece of coordinating scrapbook paper and 2 6 by 12 inches pieces of cardstock. Now I'm just using one piece of cardstock because I don't want to have to cover my sheets. So these are my 3 pieces I'm going to use. Now for the cover piece, she says to cut 3 squares 3/4 inch away from the side for your photo, but like I did before, I'm going to put a heart on my cover piece, and for that I'm going to use my Big Shot excuse me, because I have this little heart. It's Sizzix heart number 9. So let me cut that out, and then let's see. Also for the cover, I have this So Sophie, My Mind's Eye So Sophie Savvy in Love title piece. And I took my sickles in the platinum and I outlined the piece just to give it a little bit of glitter. But anyway, let me get this set up. And why I got that title piece out is because I want to make sure I know where I'm putting that on the cover. So I'm going to put it down here, and then I want the heart to be up in this corner like before. So I'm going to go ahead and I think right there. And get that, and then run it through. Alright, there's my little heart cut out. Put this away. So there's that. Now, and also in preparing for this project, I did take my Distress ink in the walnut stain and I inked the edges of all of the papers. So that's already done. Now what she does, I'll read you. Outline the squares with your foam mounting tape. So what she did was put foam mounting tape around the squares so that it would pop up a little bit. and then put a photo behind. So let's just pretend this is the photo. So then you put your photo down, and then you would take the first piece of paper and glue it down to cover the back of your photos. So what I'm going to do, and that's what I did in this one. I took that first piece of cardstock, because this is the back, and I took that first piece of cardstock and I taped it down so that way it covered the sequins and the plastic that I put in there. For this one, I'm going to run my tape along the edges here. This will all get explained once I'm done. In here. And then I'm going to put here, I'm going to make a little box of tape. Or leftover tape. Whatever. Okay, I don't know if you can see those tape lines on there. But see, I didn't put any up here, and I made a little square. And I'll explain that in just a second. Now, I want this lined up. And then I'm going to press that over. Okay, so there is my cover, my first page. See how that works? And then all I'm going to do is lay in my next page. So now all my pages are in. Just like that. To bind this, I'm going to use black ribbon. Find my scissors. So I've got my black ribbon. And to give it a little something to catch on to, I'm just going to take a hole punch, go right in the center, and just cut a half moon, or a half circle, so a moon shape. Just like that. I don't know if you can see, but then there's little notches. That gives the ribbon something to slide into so that it won't, or to hold into so that it won't slide up and down in the book. And then I'm just going to knot that. So now I've got my pages all in here. And I'm going to take my cover piece, and I'm going to add my tape to that. Now, getting back, Mama. Just a second. Sorry, my kids are running free today. Okay, back to this piece, why I left that open. I'm going to give this book away, so the winner can take their photo, cut it down to fit a square size. It'd be really cute if you and your honey, you have a little photo, and just slide it in there. And then you can either leave this little opening unsealed so you can change the photo, or just run a little bead of maybe glossy accents or any kind of glue right in there and just squeeze it shut. But then you have your own little album. So I will have this available on my blog, and you can leave a comment and I will do a random drawing of the people that left comments and send you this book. So thanks for watching Mini Book 14.